stadium. Buzzing kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Back to throw, it's Webster. Got his man quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's got the first down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The give to the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to throw, it's Webster. Fires left. With the catch, it's Williams. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. Using his legs, it's Chase. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line. And let's see what they do now on 4th down.
Coming up, 4th down.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Caught over the middle. It's Murray. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers and the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll run it again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep them out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force them either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Looking for room. It's Chase. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll leave it with him. Finding an escape route. Turning it on! Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on first down. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. He did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The run to the left. Finds a little space. There he goes. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Crosby. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Under fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end. Wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. To the air, it's Webster. And his throw is incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Handoff to the single running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Offense in a bunch formation. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Catch in the middle, it's straight. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Sherrod. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. Unleashes one. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to talk about. say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
Field goal is good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Got the quick completion. Sweet cut there. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Webster. That's caught. It's Williams. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball. And then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Looking downfield on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
They go to the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And they sniff that draw out. When a draw unit, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Chase. Breaks into the open. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker, it's Phillips. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, you don't see fullbacks in college football too often anymore, but how about that guy on that play? Catching the ball for a first down. Nice.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. The give to the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. A nice touchdown run.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's got room. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Give to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Webster. He tries to take the top off. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. The give on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
At the 8-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. looking for a physical attack from the gun. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Sherrod. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now this offense is back on the field. They go to the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gonna run it. It's Sherrod. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepting, the defense is set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the inside. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Webster. Fires into the end zone. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 40. The 30. The 20. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. At the 35, he's open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air, it's Webster. Hauls it in.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Yeah, it's just a throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open. It looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving. And he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's what he'd like to do over.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCoy. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sherrod. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Murray. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going over the top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that. But you've got to key on him and at least have 2 people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
They just keep firing. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
And here comes the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give from the gun. Just tried to barge their way forward out of the gun and still couldn't find any room to run.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore, right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll try the run. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. The give to the lone running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. I mean, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Murray. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's the pressure. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Phillips. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable third and long situation.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for them.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. And you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
That's caught. It's Williams. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Webster. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Rides to back and leaves it. Nice move to keep running. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Webster. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
2nd down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Inside the 15. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Looking for a man. It's Webster. Unleashes to the end zone. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Pocket breaking down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Power football with the run. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
He's marked out at the 33. Brings up second down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Webster. Finds the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. This time it's complete. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yardage.
To the air on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Oakland.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Back to pass, it's Webster. Makes the catch. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Gonna look downfield again. He'll try to do it himself. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
They bring the punter onto the field now. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They've got the lead, but here in the 4th quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
They'll give it to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. To throw, it's Webster. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the 2nd half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. It's complete, and he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll ride his man on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the tailback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Biggest drive of the game right now as the clock is winding down, a chance to win it before overtime. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
Caught close to the marker. It's Murray. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wants to go up top. Snagged on the outside. It's 3. Not much doing there. Just picked up a couple before going out of bounds to stop the clock. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. To the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. They want the edge on the jet sweep. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Webster. Just a little off. Incomplete. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Splits the uprights. Good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. On the ground with the counter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they get him down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Wide open downfield. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.